Alright everybody, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to be staying in the theme of Independence Day, July the 4th, and we're going to be looking at a story, well, the story of Pat Tillman. Now, Pat Tillman, I'm going to do a little bit of research, okay, and then we're going to watch the story, or maybe I shouldn't do research, I'm not sure, because this is a documentary style video, so you know what, I'm not going to do research, I'm going to look at this. I believe he was a player. He left the NFL to go to war for whatever reason, and we're going to learn about it. So I want to say, stay tuned. Enjoy your Independence Day. Enjoy your July the 4th, guys. Have fun. Spend it with family. Have a few drinks, but don't drink and drive. All right, let's get into this.
Cash in as a free agent. Or play another season in Arizona for the league minimum.
Well, the Rams came after him. We started talking.
You know what? No, we're definitely going to have to do some research on this guy. Patrick Daniel Tillman. What? Oh, fuck, he died. Okay. That's why you guys want me to watch it. He never came back. Patrick Daniel Tillman, November 6, 1976 to April 22nd, 2004, was a professional American football player in the National Football League who left his sports career and enlisted in the United States Army in June 2002 in the aftermath of the September 11 attacks. I remember being 10 years old at primary school, going into school, and learning about the September 11 attacks. And none of us really could understand what was going on. None of us even had seen the World Trade Centers before. We were 10 years old. But I remember our teacher talked about it. They let us out of the class for a couple of hours just to walk around. Obviously the teachers had a bit of a meeting, they must have talked with each other, and I went home after school that day, and on every single news channel in New Zealand, every single channel, there was live reports from what had happened, and obviously the story unfolded from there. But I can vividly remember that day when it happened, and I was in New Zealand, so yeah. His service in Iraq and Afghanistan and subsequent death were the subject of much media attention. Tillman joined the Army Rangers and served several tours in combat before he was killed in the mountains of Afghanistan. At first, the Army reported that Tillman had been killed by enemy fire. Controversy ensued when a month later, on May 28, 2004, the Pentagon notified the Tillman family that he had been killed by friendly fire. The family and other critics alleged that the Department of Defense delayed the disclosure for weeks after Tillman's memorial service out of a desire to protect the image of the US military. Okay, Tillman was the first professional football player to be killed in combat since Bob Kalsu, who died in the Vietnam War in 1970. Tillman was posthumously promoted from specialist to corporal. He also received posthumous Silver Star and Purple Heart medals. What does posthumous mean? Does that mean post-death? Occurring, awarded, or appearing after the death of the originator. Look at him, man. What a fucking beast, bro. Look at him. Look at his jawline. Yeah, he looks like the man. He looks like the fucking man, bro. He looks like he looks like he looks like an army general, man. He looks like someone you wouldn't mess with. He looks like someone you'd respect the hell out of. And he suits that uniform. He really does. Fuck, man. I hope you guys don't get offended by anything I say. I mean, I'm just filled with the utmost respect for a story and a person like that. I mean, that's amazing. Alright. What should we read here? What should we read? Tillman and his brother enlisted on May 31st, 2002. Kevin, his brother, gave up the chance of a career in professional baseball as he had already signed to play for the Cleveland Indians. In September 2002, they completed basic training together. The two brothers completed the Ranger program in late 2002 and were assigned to the 2nd Ranger Battalion in Fort Lewis, Washington. Alright. Shit. Was he planning on coming back to the NFL? Well, he played his whole entire career at the Arizona Cardinals, which was 4 years. Shit, so he was only drafted in 98. 7th round, pick number 222. What did he play? He played safety. Okay. He died at age 27. Okay. I'm ready to watch this now.
Talking, and we put a contract together. It was $9 million for 5. And then he goes, "How close do you think you can get with the Cardinals?" I said, "They're not even talking right now." The next day he calls, he goes, "I can't do this." He turned down the Rams. He's staying in Arizona, and he played for 5-12. I've been in business 35 years as a sports agent. I still, to this day, I've never had a player do that.
I didn't hear anything, and 2 days later I go down into our weight room and Pat's on the treadmill. And I said, "How'd your visit go?" "It was cool. It was cool." He said, "I'm staying here with you. You guys took a chance on me when nobody else would. For me to leave now just for money?" He said, "That'd be bull."
Oh man, what a fucking legend. That's all I gotta say.
Tillman's rejection of the Rams' offer wasn't the only unconventional decision he made that offseason.
He called me up right after the season ended. He said, "All right, I want to run a marathon training." And I was like, "No, dude. Professional footballers don't run marathons."
Wants to run a marathon?
It takes a special type of training. All I heard was, "I'm going to run. You going to help me?"
I think that he was always pushing himself to be better, whether that was physically or mentally. We went to Europe for quite a few weeks, and so while we were out of town, he was doing this marathon training, and Alex and my sister came and met us for part of the trip, and so he and Alex ran.
We ran in Paris around the Champs-Élysées, then running a bunch in Northern Ireland. And when we finished along the North Sea. It's raining and it's not exactly warm, and I look over at him and he's taking his shirt off. And I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm going in." And I said, "What are you,
He was made for the army.
crazy?" And he looked at me and said, "When am I ever going to be here again?"
He had said he was going to do it. He said he was going to do it in 4 hours. When it was done, it was done. It was on to the next thing. I did that. Okay, checklist, goodbye.
At the start of the 2001 season, Tillman was in the best shape of his life and seemed poised for a long and lucrative NFL career.
Players were off Tuesday, but sometimes they'd come in to work out. And so I'm sitting there watching this all go down, and Pat Tillman walked in. So I kind of turned to him, and he was sitting in the chair right next to me, and I said, "What are your thoughts about playing a football game with all this going on?" He was just so taken aback. It obviously affected him very, very deeply.
I can distinctly remember him being in that PR room, just watching that television. As deep a thinker as Pat was, it had a profound effect on him.
I want to play now, because if going out on the field and somebody on TV watching the national anthem...
So that's the day after it happened, September 12th, 2001. Fuck, let's listen to this.
I want to play now, because if going out on the field and somebody on TV watching the national anthem and realizing that we're moving on, even if it is something as stupid as football, it is progress in the right direction. If it means anything, that's something.
The NFL, once 9/11 occurred, they allowed each team to have a team vote on whether we wanted to play in the game or not. And I was the only guy on the team from the New York area. And so I sort of pleaded my case that we should not play in the game. It's okay, let's have a team vote. And if there's 55 guys on a team, it was 54-1. And that one dissenting vote to play was Pat. And I can recall being really upset like the Pat is just insensitive. And I'll just never forget, he said, I'm not going to let these people dictate my life.
Let's go USA on 3. 1, 2, 3! USA!
And I look at that, maybe that was what started this quest for his next career.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, Mike Pat.
It's Mike. Hello.
Hey, Mike Pat. Pat, what's going on? Are you guys New York City? Yeah, come out. That's not sure. It's a little bit. Yeah, man. We can have you guys out. I'm from California. There you go. So yeah,
So it was definitely during the football season still. His wheels started turning. People are joining, people are doing things, and maybe that should be me. Having been with him all that time.
Once he started talking about it, you knew he was going to do it. If he wanted to do something, he made it happen. It seems.
Like, I understood him and was supportive. And looked at it as this experience and adventure we were doing together.
Tillman had a plan, but it did not include signing a long-awaited contract extension from the Cardinals.
End of March, I called Patty. I said, Patty, I got him back to the table. We're at 3-6 for 3. You got to take this for you and Murray. Frank, I'm thinking about doing something else with my life. Don't worry about me. They get to the wedding, he finally tells me what he's going to do.
And the U.S. Army is getting a new recruit from the National Football League. Arizona Cardinals safety Pat Tillman says he is going to leave the NFL to join the Army Rangers. He says he wants to join the Rangers before he's too old.
What are you doing, man? You know, why are you going to go put yourself at risk like that? But, you know, that kind of puts me on my level and puts him on his, you know. I might have been kind of a chicken where he wasn't, and what he felt was right, and he went and did it.
Tillman refused to speak to the media about the decision to serve on the front lines with his younger brother.
I've got to say, man, look at the guy's jawline. I've never seen a jawline like it. It's absolutely incredible. It's made for the Army.
And it quickly became clear that no one could talk the enlistee out of it.
I got a call from a young lady at the Pentagon. They would like to keep Pat out of harm's way and travel for the Army worldwide to talk to troops. She kept saying, we want to keep him out of harm's way because special forces in battle, the life expectancy is 7.5 minutes. She goes, you got to convince him not to do this. I tried to talk to Pat about this. I'm not prostituting myself. There are thousands of men and women that put their life on the line every day for this country. Who am I? I haven't done.
I ended up getting a lot of, hey, Pat will listen to you, so you got to talk to him. And he said, all right, I'm sure you have an opinion, lay it on me. And I rattled off all my concerns. He heard me out. He said, is that it? He answered every question. The amazing part of it is he had such a presence or an aura, I don't know what it was, but it didn't occur to me that he could be hurt.
Pat Tillman. All right. Okay, you know what? We're just going to leave it there. Pat Tillman. Why couldn't he come back? But I guess so many families go through those same emotions, man. You know, that's the realities of war. It's the realities of fucking going into battle for your country. That's the risk you take. But it sounds as if that one reporter that sat next to him that one fateful day and made a remark to him about how he feels about playing the game today after what had happened in the September 11 attacks. It sounds like that started it for him. And obviously the whole team voted whether they should play. No one wanted to except for him, and you could take that the wrong way. I could definitely see how that would happen, but you know, after listening to what he said and researching it a little bit, he had his reasons, and I'm inclined to say that I would have agreed with him. You know, let's not let these guys completely control our lives. You know, they control our TV screens at the moment. Let's at least play a game of football and try and forget about it for a second. But it was the day after. I mean, this is intense stuff. I mean, yeah. So I'm definitely not going to go either side, but I want to say that was Pat Tillman. I enjoyed his story, and I hope you guys have a fantastic 4th of July in 2018. So I want to say, if you have liked the video, as always, hit like. If this is your first video of me you've seen and you want to subscribe, please do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And this time I really do mean peace. You know I say it a lot, but I mean it, man. Let's keep it peaceful.